Okay, so hello, Aquarius. All right, so thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. All links are below if you need to get in contact with me. Let's go ahead and pray. Thank you, God, for blessing the Aquarius with a clear, concise message. Okay, so Aquarius, we have the Madonna of Roses clarified by the Three of Pentacles. So for some of you, the rose is protected by thorns, a crown, thorns. And the thorns are there for a reason, to protect something that is beautiful, that brings beauty. Aquarius, you know that your soul brings a lot of healing power to other people. How you think, how you act. Innately, you are a good person. There's 6 positive signs, 6 negative. Not to say that the negative signs are negative people, but they can flourish in negativity, and sometimes they can even create it. And likewise for the positive. So Aquarius, you have to protect yourself in terms of doing business with others. With the Three of Pentacles here, you have to protect yourself at work. You have to protect your work also. It could be getting stolen. You're doing some real high quality work, and you're doing a lot right now also, but you're doing some high quality work because the divine is blessing you. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. This is the initial stages, the breach of success. Some of you with the 10 of Wands here, you are on the brink of, achieving something monumental, big. Some of you have put your irons in the fire. You're doing so many different things, but the cards want you to be aware that there are people who will try to take advantage, people who will try to use you. With the Three of Pentacles here, they will try to use your smarts, your mental, your hard work, your tenacity, for themselves, for their own gain. So know that you are like the rose, something beautiful for the world, but the rose also has thorns. Know when to assert yourself, know when to stand up. Also, this can sometimes talk about in a third party situation. Know when you are being used. Know when someone is lying to you. Know when your good nature, your beauty is being poured into something else. Somebody could also be energetically stealing from you, like an energy vampire. Okay, they take all your goodness, all of everything that you have, they use it for themselves, or they go and they recycle it elsewhere. So be aware of that also, Aquarius. That's what I'm getting there. All right, so now we jump into freaking beautiful, okay? It's better to be absolutely ridiculous than absolutely boring. That if that is not an Aquarius, I don't know what it is, okay? It's clarified by the Two of Swords. So some of you are absolutely beautiful human beings, okay? You have something to offer to the world because you are an individual. You see things differently. You have a different viewpoint. You respect other people's viewpoint and paths, but you also, at times, you either ignite people to think for themselves, or you disturb them. You disturb them in their base consciousness, okay? So it looks like for some of you with the Two of Swords here, you had to cut maybe off some relationships, some friendships. It wasn't working out. People saw your individual spirit, how smart you are, how brilliant, how you think differently, how you think outside of the box, how you'll stand up to authority if you don't respect the authority figure or they haven't gained your respect. For some people it rattled them, and then for others it just ignited them to think either the same way, to be better, to do better. So especially in friend groups, you had to cut somebody off. You cut a few friends off. It's not definite, because the Two of Swords talks about reconciliation, but not before you guys have a real surefire plan of how you'll deal with each other. This could even be in love. Somebody saw you as an individual, dynamic, strong, independent, and they may have even shut you out, cut you off, but it looks as if they either want to reconcile or you want to reconcile with them. You were something, a force to be reckoned with. You were something different from what they had dealt with before, in the past or in the present. They didn't know how to deal with you. You didn't know how to deal with people who, you didn't know how to deal with people who weren't necessarily accepting of you, and yeah, you didn't know how to deal with them. So you had to cut some people off, cut some things off. But it looks like you guys will reconcile. Hang on, hang in there. They're coming back, or you're coming back. Aquarius, you could have been taken for granted also with the Ten of Wands here. And it looks as if this person will resurface, or you'll resurface if you took someone for granted. There's a lot going on with you in which you couldn't really focus on love or relationships. Therefore, you just focused on what you could control. So Aquarius, this is what I have for you. Do know that you are freaking beautiful. Okay, you are the Madonna of roses. Okay, you have a lot to offer. People see that. People will try to use that, take you for granted, take your work for granted, take something from you. It also, in friend groups, you had to cut somebody off because you were just like, they don't understand me. They're committed to, I think Queen Amora, she says, is committed to disliking you, committed to not understanding you. Somebody's committed to just being against you. Imagine that somebody is committed to that. That means if you made a commitment to something, you don't want to hear, you don't want to know anything else. But so Aquarius, just know that you are embodying such a dynamic energy right now, and the haters are coming out of the woodworks or showing their faces. They're popping up, definitely. If it resonates for you, please like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. Go over to the website, book there. Ask a question by texting your question to the number below. You can also donate to the channel by clicking the Buy a Coffee link. Thank you guys. Many blessings to you.